Hey everyone. Pleasure to be here this evening. Such an honour. Cannot wait. I can't believe the table I'm on. It's incredible. I never thought this would get here. So basically, I'm Nathaniel Hawley, but I get called Nat. I'm 22 years of age, and I'm currently in my last year at university at Bournemouth, studying television production. But I wasn't always there, and I thought I'd tell you a bit about my story. So I'm going to start with where I was before the trust, what I was doing during the trust, and where I am now. Before the trust, well, it all started from when I was 16, and it wasn't particularly great because it's not that obvious now, but I actually have autism, meaning that my social situations is not great. I never left the house at all. I didn't have any friends. I mean, getting up talking here, that would never happen. I couldn't even just talk up and chat to someone. And I also had extreme dyslexia, so I was an underachiever, you know, I got like F's and stuff, mostly ungraded because I just doodled and drew all the time. But that wasn't the main issue. The main issue was my mother. Like, my dad was, well, incredibly abusive to her, and yeah, it wasn't great. And my mum, after like a situation happened, he had to leave, and my mum was left crippled after it and developed severe mental illness and personality disorder, and she was just distraught. She wanted to end her life, and it was something that no matter how hard I told her to not do it, she couldn't, and she tried committing suicide multiple times on me. And I just, in the end, I looked after her. I dropped out of school, I didn't go to education, I didn't continue out, but it got too much for me, and I had to get her committed to hospital, which was incredibly hard for me, as she was my world. And after that, I just kept trying to go on like everything was okay. I tried to look after all the pets that my mum had and stuff, and like deal with bills and stuff. And like, my mum looked after me my entire life. I had no idea how to fend for myself. I didn't know how to like do washing. I didn't know how to do cooking. I was pretty like helpless. I mean, someone at my age should have probably known how to do that, but I lived quite a sheltered life up to then. My mum kind of protected me from what my dad was like, so I was kind of helpless. And then it got to a stage where I was hanging out with the wrong people because I just needed to make money somehow. I needed to find some way to like visit my mum to make sure she was alright. And it was at this stage when social services came in and like found me, and they told me about the Prince's Trust. And to be fair, it was something I was really like hesitant about. To be honest, I didn't want to do it. I thought it was just somewhere for criminals, for people who are drug addicts, people coming out of prison. I thought in a way I was being punished by going there, but I decided to give it a chance because at that point in life I had nothing to lose. And I went on this thing called the Access, what I wanted this thing called the Fairbridge program, which is part of the trust. And I went on this thing called the Access course, and it's 4 days residential. And you go away with complete strangers, you have no idea, and you just get to know each other. And it sounds a bit corny at first. I thought, well, why do I have to chat about like my feelings, and why do these people need to know? But honestly, it's the best thing I've ever done. I made friends for life there. I mean, I always used to tell people like, people just thought, oh, he's autistic, he's dyslexic, and I kind of got labelled as that. And I kind of did the same to these people. I was hanging out with people who just got out of prison, people with mental illness, people from all different backgrounds, and people I would never have hanged out with usually. But over those 4 days, we bonded, and we really became a family, and we did trust activities. We did things like canoeing, kayaking, climbing. We did things that like someone like me would never get to do due to like money issues, confidence, and like numerous things. And after that, honestly, those people now, they're some of my best friends. I visit them all the time. I mean, like that was when I was 16, I'm now 22, and I still regard them as some of my closest friends. It's because I can relate to them. And when you go to these programs, you hang out with people that you can actually relate to. I mean, my friends at school, well, the ones I did have, they were great, but they just didn't understand, and I was finding the people that understood it. After your Access course, you get like follow-on programs, and they're really great because you do like other activities. And they went up to me and went, what would you like to do? And I was like, okay, I'll do some art, some cooking. And they went, well, how about you do some like coasteering instead, or canoeing or climbing, like put out your comfort zone. And they used to always like kind of tell me to go out of my comfort zone, and it worked. I just kept on doing it, did things I was uncomfortable with, but just enough, a little bit more each time. And so with my mum, things weren't particularly improving there, but eventually got back home, and my GCSEs were looming, and I went to them and they said, well, okay, you're not going to school, well, at least do some maths, do your MBQs at least. So I started studying for that, and when it came to my actual GCSEs, I thought, they persuaded me just to turn up, how bad can it be? So I went and did my GCSEs, and by some absolute miracle, with a kid with dyslexia who can't even spell which is which, he got all C's and a couple B's, and I was like, yes. That's all I needed, was someone to really believe in me, someone to have behind me. And after that, it was a bit of a snowball effect. But I just continued at it, and I got to the point where I thought, okay, time to get a job, let's get on. So I went up to my support worker person, and I went, today I best sign on to benefits, job seekers allowance. And he went, you could do that, or you could sign up to college instead. And I was like, okay. So I signed up for it, and not only did I end up going to college, I ended up going to a sixth form, which, is incredible, one of the best ones in my area, and I was brilliant. And it was there where I found my love of filmmaking, which I'm completely passionate about, and since then I've never put a camera down. And they helped me learn to deal with my mum as well. So while I was at the trust, they taught me how to do cooking, so I learned how to prepare my own meals when I went to university. They taught me how to do budgeting, so I could deal with my mum's financial discipline and able to support the house. They taught me first aid, so if my mum did have relapses, which she has done and continue to do, I know how to deal with her now and how to look after her. I've got an accounting qualification through them, which I would have never had the opportunity to get otherwise. So I went on to college, and I just continued what I was good at. My mum eventually came back home, I looked after her, and they supported me through that. And so again, from someone who couldn't even spell properly, who then was able to get C's at GCSEs, I managed to achieve A grades at A levels. It just shows that all I needed, that everyone has that potential in life, they just need someone to back it. There's no one stupid or no one dumb, just not everyone has found the correct way of learning. And then it got to the point where I kind of left Fairbridge as Solent, but they didn't abandon me. They was always there, so I kept in communication, kept emailing, and they were just kind of like a second family to me. I took a year out to look after my mum, so get her home, so I taught her how to look after herself, care for herself. I got nurses involved, I set up a support system. And then I went to university, which was incredible. I had to deal with my mum. I was like, Mum, if you go to these groups that we've managed to find and set up to help her deal with it, I'll go to a university nearby. So I picked Bournemouth University, and you know what, it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. I'm now living independently with all my housemates, having a real life, socialising, going out all the time. I now have more friends than I could ever dream of. And even though my mum will never be perfect, I feel that I'm now equipped to look after her. And it's amazing, now the things I've been able to do involve, I worked at the Olympics last year, which was incredible. I was on the boxing, I was doing the filming for it, some of it, I actually got to film some of the Olympics, wow. I worked at NBC this year, which for my work placement, I'd done things with the BBC. I mean, the trust has opened me up to opportunities and experiences that I could never have dreamed of, and I owe them so much. So where I am right now, I'm now an ambassador for the trust because I believe in it so much, and it really does help people that I now go around and help promoting it. So I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you guys for helping us. It really does make a difference. I honestly believe without the trust and the help of all the people that donated, that I don't even know where I'd be right now. To be fair, my mum might not even be here. I'd probably be on benefits. I'd be no one, but now I feel I've got the power. The trust doesn't help you to do something, it empowers you to help yourself. So I just want to say an extreme thank you to them, and hope you enjoy. Thanks.